Let's now take a look at other stories making headlines. Now, the government is now free to start issuance of the new digital identity cards, popularly known as Maisha number cards. This is after the High Court lifted an order it issued in December, blocking the issuance of Maisha number cards after a case was filed before it, challenging the privacy of the document. As KTN's David Mudoka reports, the government has welcomed the decision, saying that the process to process over 600,000 new IDs that had stalled due to the suspension has begun immediately on a fast-in, fast-out basis.
In December last year, human rights group Katiba Institute rushed to the High Court seeking to block the issuance of the new digital IDs, popularly known as Maisha number cards, over data privacy concerns. The issuance had been underway for approximately 1 month after its launch in November by the Kenya Kwanza government. The High Court answered the prayers of Katiba Institute and issued orders suspending the issuance of Maisha number. 3 months later, the High Court has lifted that suspension. Judge John Chigiti of the Judicial Review Division on Friday further transferred the case to the Constitutional Division of the High Court after it emerged that a similar case had been filed at the latter division by a different petitioner. Prior to the High Court's decision to lift the suspension and transfer the matter, the government had told the court that there was a risk of 2 different divisions making conflicting decisions if the 2 matters remained in different divisions. The decision by Judge John Chigiti now paves the way for the government to issue Maisha cards to first-time ID applicants as well as those seeking to replace lost or defaced identity cards as the Maisha number case is being heard. According to Immigration and Citizen Services Principal Secretary Professor Julius Bitok, over 600,000 Kenyans who had applied for either new or duplicate IDs had been affected by the High Court's orders. Welcoming the latest decision, PS Bitok said that the government has immediately begun to process all pending applications on a first-in, first-out basis. Petitioners challenging the new digital IDs insist that the government began issuing the cards without conducting a privacy threat assessment. They further argue that the government lacks the legal basis to issue the Maisha number cards. Similar issues saw the issuance of Huduma number cards that were being rolled out before the Maisha number cards ran into turbulence and eventually aborted by the government. The government is convinced that it addressed the issues before launching the rollout of Maisha number cards, even as it waits for the High Court to determine the fate of Maisha number cards. David Muthoka, KTN News, Nairobi.
You're watching Weekend Prime. We take a break. Coming up, the bizarre tale of a body of a woman stolen at War Memorial Hospital mortuary.